Another temptation is one of being tempted toward a paralysis in the work we do for the church. You know, after surgery, a body is physically a little bit stunned. And surgery patients tend to stay perfectly still. And in times past, they were encouraged to do this. But now, nurses in the hospital will encourage a surgical patient to get up and move. They want you moving quickly because they know that recovery will be faster if you move around. The church in Ireland is experiencing systemic change. Not just one parish has to change, or one diocese, but every diocese and every parish in every diocese. This is wonderful. It has to happen, but we have to think of the church like a surgical patient and keep her moving. We need to surge forward in our apostolates so that we can reclaim or may retain the forward momentum of our Catholic faith. Another temptation is the temptation to reject the leadership God has willed for Ireland during this time. It seems to me that the bishops are acting in humility and working steadily in their dioceses to implement the child protection policies. It might help if we listen to what the bishops are saying and not to what the media are saying the bishops are saying. Let's listen to what's coming out of the bishops' mouths. Now, my friends, this is a time when you stick in terms of your fidelity to the church. This is not a time when you run. We have to pray very hard for unity and strength for our bishops. Now, clearly, there is a lot of anger, and it is justified. There's a lot of pain in the air because this topic brings up hidden hurts in people. This can be hard to deal with, and if you are known to be a faithful Catholic, people might want to express their anger to you. Is this an understatement? For many of us, it certainly is. Okay, so how do we handle this? There's 3 ways that I handle it. First of all, I agree. Whatever they say, when they come with me with anger, I say, you're right. These actions should never have happened to one of God's children, never mind so many. And then covered up, and abusers moved around. No way. This is what we call gut-wrenching, isn't it? So I agree with people that this is tragic, and you should too. Second, rejoice. Rejoice that this is out in the open. These things have come to light. A young priest said recently, I would hate to be a priest in a church where these things were ignored. This period, while difficult, is evidence of God's mercy. Rejoice that it has come. Third, point to the future. The church will be so beautiful when she emerges from this period. She will be more humble, more consistent with the plan Jesus had for his church, to bring light to a dark world. The Irish church will be a reclaimed church. So we agree, we rejoice, and we point to the future. Someone said recently on the radio that the church is finished in Ireland. Well, my friends, people have been saying that since the church started. The Irish church is suffering, yes, but she is no stranger to suffering. We live in a land of mass rocks. We know about suffering here. This is not time to reject vocations to the priesthood and religious life. It's time to embrace them. Many people are doing so beautifully. The apostles work for Jesus harder than ever right now. Be compassionate listeners to God's children. I want to ask you, Father Darrell will talk about it, to take the little black clergy abuse booklets and first read them so that we all understand what Jesus is offering to God's children and all of us to heal. And then take them to your church. And if your priest says that it's okay, put them in the back of your church. If your priest does not want you to do that, don't argue with him. This is not the time to fight. Just say, okay, that's fine. But whatever we do, we are called to serve in the church, so we must serve. We must work hard. In summary, we have serious offenses. And we have serious mistakes. Now, I think with great confidence, I know we can expect serious grace. Jesus is here, hoping we'll respond to his promptings. And what is Jesus prompting us to do? In this month's message, he says, be acutely aware of my presence. When you look at all around you, look with my eyes. This will give you the understanding that will ensure peace for you. Jesus continues, all is well. The infant returns through your heart as the